Welcome to episode 2 of our Cunard Queen Anne Maiden Voyage vlog series. In this episode we have a bumpy ride in the new spa, there are some very strange food combinations, we have a brief encounter with 2 of Cunard's brand new shows, we show you more venues on board Queen Anne, and the service is getting even more snail-like from the incredibly fraught staff. This ship is definitely splitting opinions. It's our first sea day as we make our way to La Coruña. We planned to head to the main dining room for some lunch, but the ship was still buzzing with the fallout from last night's disastrous dinner, with food taking as long as 3 hours to arrive, and when it did it was cold. Countless people missed the sail away and firework display as they were still waiting for their dinner, with some people still eating at 11:30 at night. We had a 2 p.m. spa appointment and didn't want to take the gamble on missing it, so we headed to the buffet instead. The Artisan Food Hall is found on deck 9 and is open for lunch between 11:30 a.m. and 2:30 p.m.
We've got beer battered fish, mushy peas, and
anything else for
some
that?
slow roasted pork shoulder. Got a selection of sandwiches, soups. Oh, this is more like it. We've got potatoes, vegetables, Yorkshire pudding and some roast beef. Hello there.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I please have some roast beef with the vegetables, with everything?
Yes, sure.
Lovely, thank you. Can I have some of the darker meat?
The dark meat.
Yeah, not so red. Yeah.
I give you a dark meat.
Yeah, thank you.
This one, madam.
Yes, that's good.
This one.
Yes, please. That's lovely, thank you. So there we are. So I've got my roast beef, my veg and a Yorkshire pudding. Very happy. So I was going to show you my empty plate, but he's already taken it, look.
So just visualise, see this area here, that's where Carole's plate was.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
But the roast beef was delicious. And the Yorkshire pudding, Paul even agreed that, was that a good Yorkshire pudding?
I tried the Yorkshire pudding and it was spectacular. It was crunchy and crispy and melting in the mouth.
My lunch was excellent too. I started with fish and chips and followed it with a lovely raspberry sponge and a decadent chocolate torte. Every day you get a daily programme delivered to your stateroom. It's filled with ideas of how you can fill your day, and a sea day is no exception. From insight talks, trivia, Zumba, art classes, bridge lessons and ballroom dance lessons, plus loads more. You can fill your day with as much or as little as you choose.
Step, sweetheart coming up. 2, 3, 4.
Just coming through the Queen's room and it's dance lesson time. So we need to join in with that one day. But now it's time for the spa, which is on deck 1, but you can't walk through the middle, so I've got to go all the way down here and then back down the stairs. So we booked as we explained when we got on board, we've got a 2-hour slot in the spa. So we're going to go enjoy that before we head to the theatre for a matinee of the brand new show Brief Encounter. So is it this way? I hope I'm right. Yes, here's the spa.
Straight ahead. Oh.
Right then. Has your volume gone? We've just come back from the spa and had a lovely 2 hours. It's a beautiful, beautiful spa. It's been quite rocky. We're heading towards the Bay of Biscay and it was very, very entertaining.
It was
in the hydro pool.
Because it had his own wave machine.
It did. So Paul, while I was relaxing on the lovely hot beds, which were just lovely, I was just led there just relaxing. Paul decided...
On a hot bed?
Yes.
I tried all the rooms. I tried the steam rooms, I tried the different saunas. there's an ice room where you go in and there's a big dispenser that brings this crushed ice down, and you're supposed to scoop your hand in it and rub it all over yourself. I didn't do that. And then I went into the shower. This one, I think it was called an Atlantic Storm shower. And for some reason, four settings, I pressed the first setting, I thought, well, that's quite nice, but rather than go to number 2, I don't know why, I went to number 4, and that was nice, and then number 3 was nice. Then when I press number 2, you get different colour lights come on. When number 2 came on, a blue light came on before the water, and when the water came on, it was colder than the ice in the ice room. It was, oh my God.
Refreshing.
So it was very refreshing, and I talked Chatty Cathy, one of our friends who was on it. I said, oh, Cathy, the best thing in this spa is definitely setting number 2 in the Atlantic shower. She pressed the button, and I think the whole of the spa heard her scream.
I don't know why she believes in that you say.
I know,
'cause you
I
keep
just tuck her up all the time.
But we love Cathy.
We love it.
She's been such fabulous company. And we also bumped into Paul. So if you're watching Paul, and chatting to you in the pool. So
he was in the wave pool with
He
us
was in
as
the
well.
wave pool. So lovely to meet you too.
We rushed out of there to see the 4 o'clock showing of Brief Encounter. They're doing 3 shows today, and then we've got so much going on today that we'd never normally go to a 4 o'clock show, but we just thought that's going to free some time up. We rushed out 5 minutes before we were due to head off and meet Dan and his dad and a few other cruise boys and Ken and Lindsay. They announced that the show's been cancelled because it's the ship's too rocky at the moment.
Yeah.
But hopefully the subsequent 2 shows will go ahead. So,
Well,
no, go on then.
I was just saying though, but tonight we've got a murder mystery booked.
Yeah, and if somebody keeps interrupting me, we know who the corpse is going to be. So we're now heading to the pub because there's a 4:30 trivia, so wish us luck.
So we've just been in the pub, and what happened?
Trivia, 20 questions. The winner got 17. Guess who the winner was? Do you know? I don't know either because it wasn't us. We got 15. It was a valiant effort, but it was a very enjoyable quiz. And the lady doing the quiz, who we've never seen before, she was fabulous.
Do you remember her name?
Her name was, what was the lady's name? Clea, wasn't it? Clea? Yeah, Clea. But I'd never met her before, but it's like we've known each other all our life because she immediately took the mickey out of me, and I think we're going to be firm friends. But one quiz down, and sadly it's a defeat. But hey ho. So
we've decided it's formal night, but it's black and white night. So
well, you can tell it's formal.
Yeah. Look. So there has been, we've heard, and we haven't had personal experience of this, but there has been some delays within the main dining room. So because there's so much on tonight, what we want to do is to be ready to get to the show, because we told you the show was cancelled. Oh, grab the lift. They're like gold dust. We were told that
Niner.
What's the name of the show, Pauline?
Brief Encounter.
Brief Encounters was cancelled because of the rough seas. It's calmed down a bit now, so we're going to get to 8 o'clock to the theatre, and then we're going to finish there and get off to the murder mystery in Bright Lights.
Murder.
So it should be a good night, but for that reason we're going to eat in the buffet and go and find out what they got next.
The Artisan Food Hall is open for dinner from 6 p.m. until 9:30 p.m. And if you're still hungry after your night of entertainment, you can get snacks at the Artisan from 11 p.m. until 12:30 a.m.
Look at Paulie enjoying a salad. What's going on?
My body's a temple. This is a new leaf I've turned over.
Is it?
Yeah, and the next course is going to reflect that.
I'm sure. So they've got quite a good salad bar up there. I've got avocado and all sorts of seeds and ham and blue cheese and lots of loveliness. What more salad?
Well, you know me, mate. I'm just so health conscious.
Oh yeah, look. With a big loaf of blue cheese on the top and all the prawn cocktail sauce. Oh, you've just had a wrap, haven't you, Dan, which you're not totally impressed with?
It's okay, but it tastes like having a burger in a wrap. It's
quite like a pulled pork burger.
Yeah, kind of like pulled pork with onions and gherkin, and I think it's got pepper.
Oh yeah.
It's okay, it's just a bit weird.
And how's the pizza, Tony?
It looks alright. I'll try it. I'll try it and we'll see.
I'll give it a go.
Not bad, I think.
Cool.
Good.
So it's not a huge selection, we've decided, haven't we? We had a good look around. There is stuff to have, but it's not a huge selection today. But whether that's gala night, and maybe they don't think there's many people going to come up here, because most people go to their main dining room, then who knows? But we'll wait and see. So Paul's come out with the same. Is it a burrito, Sam? Do you really like them?
It's got like pulled beef in it.
So what have you got on the bottom of your bowl?
I got Swiss roll
Swiss roll.
and a chocolate brownie.
So it's my second roast of the day, isn't it, Paulie? This time we've got chicken, mash and cabbage. You're thoroughly enjoying that, aren't you?
Fabulous, yeah. That's so good. And the wild salad as well.
Right, so we just had a really delicious dinner actually, didn't we, in the buffet?
Well, I had a salad overload because, I mean, the people who watch our videos, they know that that's how we roll.
So we're going to just have a nice walk outside now, after dinner walk. Sun is shining, we're on our way to La Coruña as we said before. And we'll take you out to the aft pool where we watched the sail away yesterday from Southampton. And look, not many people out here because everyone's at dinner. But you can see this is the Panorama Pool Club. So look at this. Nice area, isn't it, Paulie?
Sorry, so where's the burger bar? There's a question from you that we'll maybe answer later in the video.
Yes.
We're not sure.
We're going to show you around the ship over the next few days. So let's just have a walk around and show you. It's lovely and sunny, but the wind's still quite cool, isn't it, Paulie? But I love all the different types of seating. And there's nothing better. Aft view. But as you can see, with the seats backs or... It's a bit windy. Just a little bit. Ooh. Woohoo. Whoa.
The seats are dancing in the sunshine.
But look at this. Oh dear, so yes, it is a bit windy. So we're going to head back inside. That's a shame, isn't it? But there we are. But it is a lovely area, but we're frozen now. After that short walk around, but look at a lovely pool. Do you have a dip in there, Paulie?
Yeah, you're right in there tomorrow.
Yeah, and a lovely bar area too. It's just fantastic space. So hopefully, when we get to La Coruña, it might be nice tomorrow. Who knows? Right then, it's black and white night, but because Paulie's got his new waistcoat that he had made in Thailand, we've gone rogue.
I refuse to bend to the rules.
Yes, so do you want to turn around, Paulie, and show the lovely people?
Yeah, if you go over there.
Look at that, he's got his new waistcoat that we had made. And we love it.
Anything else you noticed?
And a little bow tie. So we've just been out on the balcony to try and get some nice photos of us with Paul's 360. It's too windy. It's far too windy, so we've given up. But hopefully we'll be able to get some good side shots of the ship and of us later on all around the ship. Yeah. So we're off to the theatre now because it's time for Brief Encounter. What's it called, Paulie?
The summer.
No.
Brief Encounter.
Yes, so we're off there now. So this is what we're going to see. Brief Encounter, a musical adapted and directed by Emma Rice. So let's go into the theatre now.
Thank you.
Good.
Hello. You alright? We're good, thank you. Hiya.
Hello, you look lovely.
Thank you. Ooh. See if there's packed, so it's not. Right then.
The very, very much anticipated brand new play on Cunard's Queen Anne.
Yes, Brief Encounter was at the theatre.
It was indeed.
So we thought we'd got to go and see this and watch it. And Paul and I came out of there with very, very different opinions. For those that you know Brief Encounter, it's a no coward play. So it's going to be a serious play about basically a love story, isn't it?
And it's also a very ode film.
So we were quite surprised when we seen Brief Encounter because what we've experienced on Queen Anne so far is that they're trying to take Cunard into the modern century, aren't they? So to find something from the 1920s as What are you saying?
No, sorry, I can't help but have a look. Carol's, they're trying to take things into the modern century.
I think they are.
Into the in more modern times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, I think Queen Anne is doing that very well in lots and lots of ways.
Totally.
But they did surprise us to have something from the 1920s on here, maybe to keep the older Cunardians happier, perhaps. For the first time, because we've been watching shows which have been fantastic, you've seen so far, and not one point, because we also moan, if you've seen our videos about Cunard, that we weren't allowed to take any photos or take any short videos just to show you exactly what these shows are like. And I'm not sure about this lighting here. It looks like you've got a halo, Paulie. But we can't change it because obviously the cabin. But anyway, so does he look all like saint-like?
Angelic.
But anyway, back to A Brief Encounter. It's a very emotional play. Now, for me, a female, I really found that I connected with that emotion, and I was really enjoying it, and enjoying the way that they portrayed it on set. The set, I thought, was so clever, how they transitioned from one time to another. You can say your bit in a minute, because we had such a debate after this show with 5 of us, wasn't it? 2 females and 3 men, and it was really interesting to hear the 3 men's against the 2 women, because Kathy and I were right on the same page, and the 3 boys were with Paul, as he will explain in a moment. But I just loved that there was elements of comedy, there was elements of props, using props in really different ways. I felt the emotion of the story, the acting standard on stage was absolutely superb. The singing standard on stage was superb. I found there was one point in this show, something tragic could have happened, and I really felt that, and I found myself getting quite teary, thinking, God, this is really powerful. And I came out of there thinking, you know what, that was a really great production. I looked at Paul and said, what do you think? And he said,
I'd just like to reiterate everything Carole said about the acting, the singing. The sets were genius, and the use of the props, absolutely genius. But, oh my God, that was one of the most boring things I have ever seen in my life. You can't deny that, all the acting and the staging, like you said, but oh my God, it was just a yawn fest. And myself and Tony and Dan, who was with us, they said exactly the same. When it came up at the end, it was probably the happiest I'd felt in my life for a long time. I could not wait for it to be over. It was about 1 hour and 20 minutes long. It seemed like it was a fortnight long. I thought we were going to have to come out of the theatre and literally get straight off the ship in Southampton, and it was only on day 2. But I'm sorry.
No,
but I have to say
that's fun.
And that is the beauty of entertainment, is it's all subjective.
Exactly. But also, I think what they've done really well on this voyage, and that's worked well, entertainment's worked well. I know Paul didn't enjoy that show, but for an example, we came out of that show and we had Noir booked, which we'll talk about shortly, which is the Bright Light Society venue. And when we came out, in the Queen's room, which is obviously very different than on the traditional ships, they were having we could hear 007 James Bond music, and they were having some aerial acrobatics show going on. We were going into Bright Lights. We just come out from a serious play in the theatre, and I thought, oh my God, how diverse is all this? And I think Cunard have done that really well. It wasn't to your taste. Kathy and I thought it was a very emotional. I think it was a bit too deep for you, Paulie.
Sure.
But anyway,
you're trying to say then I'm like an emotional vacuum, is that what you're saying? And shallow, and can't feel love.
You can feel love.
It was boring.
So anyway, but I would definitely, if you get the chance to go and see it, because from a production point of view, it was amazing, wasn't it?
And if you have seen this, and you're just watching our vlogs just because you do,
let us know what you think.
We'd love to hear your comments.
Yeah, let us know what you think. So let's tell you about Noir. So you can see it's on the programme. It's the Bright Light Society Presents. And it says, dive headlong into a maze of shadows and intrigue. Noir pulls you into a laugh out loud, immersive and interactive murder mystery. Murder. We are not just watching the show, you're part of the caper. Everyone plays a part, or not, if you prefer to just watch, in the poison plot of intrigue, danger and twisted romance, and it's available for only 18s and over. Now, to get seats to this show, you have to book on the My Voyager app, and do it early, as soon as you get on, because it is so worth it.
It's busy. The only one disappointment unless we can get around it, is you can only go once.
Yeah.
And once you go once, it says you've already attended.
Which gives everyone a chance.
It gives everyone a chance, but it might get towards the end of the cruise, and if everybody's seen it, they might think, well, yeah, there's some spaces. But even, what I like is even when you're queuing to get in, the cast members are walking up and down and intermingling into the queues. And
so get there early. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, because that is almost it. So the show starts before it's even starting.
Yeah, get in the queue, because if you want to be right near the front, which is the best place to really be close to the action, get front row seats.
Don't be disheartened if you're not at the front of the room, because they're constantly mingling with the audience.
And don't be worried that, because it's an immersive thing, that you'll be dragged on the dance floor, because they didn't make anyone do anything that they didn't want to do. So if you're really shy and you want to sit at the front, do, because if you say no thank you, they just move on to the next person. 5
actor-singer dancer ensemble, and there's a murder. Great thing is this is where it becomes interactive, is the murderer is a member of the audience. But you don't know who it is. If you're a youngster, you're going to be look at me now and now just turn around to your mum or your nan and say, what's he on about? But if you remember in the Generation game years ago, the last thing they would do is they would do like a little play. And I just remember, for some reason, it was Bruce Forsyth for me who always did it the best. And they would, obviously, the people on the Generation game were members of the public. And then when they had to do this play at the end, because obviously they didn't have any time to rehearse it, somebody else in the play would hold a board up with what they had to say. So you got all there what you had to say, and then you had to decide, are they innocent, are they guilty? And obviously this goes on until eventually they find the culprit and they're thrown into a jail cell.
Yeah.
But it is absolutely bonkers.
Again, talent on the stage, fantastic dancing, fantastic singing, fantastic music, and you were just laughing out loud.
It was genuinely standalone, absolutely superb. Now, I am a Paulie Morgan and I am a moaning Minnie. This is a pre-moan. I am, and I think Carole is too, fairly confident that within a short time of this ship sailing, the Bright Light Society will be a payable venue.
We're being a bit cynical.
We're
thinking it's free on the Maiden.
So it'd be interesting to see in a month's time, will this be a payable venue? Because I think it will. I hope we're wrong.
And if you're on a future voyage and you have had to pay for it, let us know, and let us know how much it is, because that'll be obviously useful for letting people know.
What's also great about the Bright Light Society is that's your final opportunity if you want to drink, because that is the last place that's open. It's even open a little bit later, the casino bar.
Yes.
So they've got a bit of a disco on in there.
Lily the DJ.
Lily the DJ, she'll play anything you want. The staff in there, the bar staff are great. Yeah. They've got a lot to answer for because they keep us in there far too late every night. But it's a lovely venue, and it's where you go for your late night drinks.
Good morning from our Coruña in Spain. How excited is that?
Well, I'm in La Coruña.
I think it's La Coruña, actually, Paul.
Well,
let's have a look.
I know the team's called Deportivo La Coruña.
Oh, no. It is La Coruña.
Yeah. Shocked that Carole's got her words wrong.
Why did I think it was La Coruña? Anyway.
Because you're a silly banana.
Yes, we've arrived in Spain. And guess what? It's raining. Can you believe that? For all the wet weather in the UK, it's absolutely blooming rain. Look at this. So we're pretty gutted that we've come to Spain and it's raining, because we were really looking forward to exploring La Coruña. I'm not going to go and get my feet wet, but as you can see, it's just it's eased a little bit, but it's still spitting. So we're going to have a bit of a mooch around the ship, go and grab some breakfast. We're going to head to the Pavilion first, aren't we, Paulie? Because that opens till 10.
I don't know what we're doing.
Well, anyway. So, but at least it does seem to be stopping a little bit now, but it's supposed to get brighter later. But when I woke up at 7, I thought I'm going to grab Paulie out of bed and get him out, but it was pouring rain, so I thought, no, let's go back to bed.
I'm really disappointed. I was looking forward to the 7 a.m. alarm.
I know. So anyway, so what we'll do, I think, Paulie, rather than getting off the ship early as we planned, we're going to go and take you over a little bit of a tour around the ship. So throughout the ship, you'll see these, in every deck, you'll see these arrows. And what it basically means is if you get to this point, this is where the lifts are. So you can see from that way they're pointing this way, pointed this way, and obviously these were pointing that way. And this is, we're at the front of the ship, so it's blue. If you're in the midship, it's like a yellowy colour, mustard, and if you're at the back of the ship, it's red. The Pavilion Wellness Cafe. Automatic door. And here we are, look at that. So that's work, Paul. So over there, you can see we're going to walk right to the other end and grab some breakfast. But look, this is the indoor pool. Thankfully we've got a retractable roof. Claire Baldwin. Oh yeah, oh yes. Look who's walking down here. It's called Claire Baldwin, who's on here doing some inside talks. So if you see it, if you look over there, that's where we're heading, to the Wellness Cafe. This is a lovely area, isn't it, Paulie? Really bright, really airy. What different types of seating in here to suit everyone. And also you've got a big screen. So we'll be having a look to see what's been shown now. So we've just ordered our breakfast. What did you order, Paulie? It's a surprise for me, apparently.
I've ordered poached egg on sourdough.
Oh, and for me?
Nothing, because you were too busy talking.
I was. We meeted so many lovely people on this cruise, aren't we, Paulie? That I've been chatting again. So was there a great time? I didn't actually see the board, so I'm going to go and show you now what actually is on, what is
Go and
available.
have a look, and then you can tell me what I should have ordered you, and see if you can flag somebody down for a cup of coffee or tea or something.
Yes, I will do. But there's a menu here, Paulie. Is this the drinks menu? Healthy shots, smoothies, juices, fermented drinks. So this is a wellness cafe. So if you're into all these sort of smoothies and stuff, they're not too bad a price, really, are they? Sort of $3.50. Fermented drinks, and this here you've got cocktails for the evening, low and no. You've got
just
all your
drinks.
jids and all your normal drinks. So yeah, so it's a slightly different menu than you find anywhere else. So here is the menu. So you can see a breakfast all day. You can see there's a real good selection of all sorts. So Paul has ordered the toasted, the egg on toast. I can't see it, can you? You could get your juices, which we just showed you in the menu, for extra, and this is build your own bowl, so you get that throughout the day, which isn't available yet. But as you can see, they've got vegetarian, gluten-free, plant-based and sugar-free, so that's good. So Paul has just collected our poached eggs on sourdough, and they look perfect, don't they? The poached egg test. Oh, perfecto, look at that. Oh, lovely. Poached eggs were absolutely divine, weren't
They
they?
were fabulous.
Service is a bit slow. We asked for coffee quite a few times, and there's not that many people up here, was there? Which was a bit disappointing, but very pleasant when it arrived, the service. So, but this is a lovely area, as you can see, with the indoor pool. So a great option for breakfast if you prefer a more healthier menu, isn't it, Paulie?
Yeah, I obviously would never be coming back here again because it's far too healthy for me.
I am. I think it's perfect, and it's quiet. It's not busy like the buffet, so this is perfect. And also, if you wanted a game of ping pong, table tennis, you've got it here too. So we're off to meet Dan and Tony in the Coruña lounge because they're down there having a coffee. So let's see if we can find that now. Oh, already gone the wrong way. So.
What do these arrows mean, Annie?
Well, the arrow means keep going that way and you'll get to the lift. I can see where the lift is already, look, just past the cleaning cart. So that's a really good indicator of how far you've got to walk. I really like that.
It's a great idea.
And I love all the different decos on the different decks. It's got a really nice sort of modern feel to it. It's a beautiful ship, but very, very different from the rest of the Cunard fleet, which I think is great. So they're really mixing things up. So we're here. And we need to get to the Coruña lounge, which is there. So we should walk through the pavilion, or we can walk down and go across. Let's go across down to 3, and we can have a look. Take you through room 1840, Cunard collection, through the Queen's room and the boutiques, which will be closed at the moment because we're in port. So let's just walk slowly through here and show you. There's the casino, which is not open at the moment because we're in port. So as soon as you get out to see this casino will open. You've got all your rules and regulations here. And it's quite a decent size, isn't it? For you know, on British type ships, you never get a huge casino like you do on the big American ships. But there's a good selection of tables. You've also got your slats, or as we call them, the fruiters.
Fruit machines.
Fruiters.
Pokers if you're Australian.
Yeah, pokers, yeah. So there's more. And look, mega bingo. If you're into bingo, win $5,000. Or minimum 400. So yes, so lots of machines. So we're going to come in here later, aren't we, Paulie? Because we're not big gamblers, but we do like to have a flutter of about $20. Let's just walk over here, Paulie, just to see what this part is. So this is just the casino bar by the looks, which obviously will be open later. I'm really liking in a lot of, Paulie, football.
It's rugby, isn't it?
Oh, rugby, the sport. So sports screen in here.
Yeah, I got one there as well.
You said there's football on today, didn't you?
There is.
What time?
5:30.
This might be a good spot then.
Well, it might be, or if I don't want to see people see me crying in public, so I fear a fourth defeat coming on the road.
But I love here, and then quite a few of the bars, we notice if you're on table for twos, they're not close to other tables, are they? So there's nice sort of pockets of sitting in. Now, the other observations we've had is the toilet signs aren't really clear. I mean, I know it is clear now because you see a lady with a dress, but when it's quite dark in that, it's been quite confusing. And we haven't been the only ones, because the man's have got like a square body, which I know people say, well, they are different, but actually, there's been a lot of people. How
many times have you walked in the men's, Annie?
I did it a couple of times, but I'm not the only one apparently, because we've been talking. There's been a lot of discussion about it, and when we were bumping into people. And then what happens here is you walk into the top tier of the Queen's Room, and it's surrounded by shops. But you can have a look down here. Now, the Queen's Room has caused a lot of controversy and a lot of discussion, because it's very, very different from the other three queens. It's modern, it's light, it's airy, the dance floor's smaller, but it's purposely done, I think, so that they can mix up all the entertainment in here. But it is pretty. Don't you think, Paul?
It is pretty.
It is pretty. Our first observations, Paulie, isn't it, on here, is it's a bright, airy ship. It's beautiful, but they are doing things very, very different. So I think this is going to be, it'll attract a newer crowd, certainly, because it's modern and they're doing things differently. But I think for people that have been cruising with Cunard for a long time, they're going to not like the ship as much as the old fleet. So yeah, so here's the selection of shops. Look like the sort of regular shops that you get on a cruise ship. All expensive, and
they're the perfect shops for me because they're all closed.
Exactly. But when they're open, we'll take you for a look around. I want to see if they've got any more of my Marc Jacobs miniature perfumes, because you can't seem to get the pit miniatures at home, can we, Paulie? No. But we can get the big ones. So as you can see here, then, so we're going towards the aft of the ship, and we're off to the Coruña lounge. So we've just spotted the water machine, so we're going to see if it works, because apparently they haven't been working around the ship, which is a shame, and it looks like that's exactly the same.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh, how disappointed. I recognise the back of that ad.
Good morning.
Hello, morning. So this is the Coruña lounge, look at that. So we just enjoyed a lovely cappuccino, but $5. That's quite expensive for coffee, but it was very nice. But also, if you want some light bites, you can find them here. But we've all decided, we've heard that there's curry at the pub. So we're going to the pub. Where's the pub? Good question. No, it's that way. So yes, we need to go along here. So. Is it working?
No.
Oh, so we want to get some free water, because otherwise you've got to pay. Fancy booking a future cruise, this is where you come. They're closed at the minute, but you can come and speak to one of the Cunard staff here. And often when you're on board, which we've been talking to some friends that have booked another cruise, you get a lot of onboard credit when you book on board, so it's worth always asking while you're here if you are planning some more Cunard cruises. And out here is La Coruña. The sun's come out, so we're going to go for a walk a little bit later. Right, so here's the Queen's Room. Now this is causing a lot of discussion, because it's very different from the other queens, and as you can see, it's very modern, very sparse with furniture, a smaller dance floor. But this is Cunard mixing it up for sure. So the rumours were right, look. We've got pork, apple and West Countryside of pie and chicken tikka masala. And the boys have already got a seat.
My miss said, "Did you know him?" I said, "No, she was just waving at me."
So we've ordered a selection. So the boys have ordered the haddock Scotch egg. We've ordered the falafel Scotch egg. Paul has gone for the
Chicken tikka masala, which is one of the specials of the day.
yes, and I'm doing the same. And Paul's also, because he's greedy, has ordered a sticky toffee pudding.
But I did have a very healthy breakfast at the Wellness Cafe.
You did?
So now I'm going to undo all that good work.
Exactly that. The falafel Scotch eggs just arrived. So what do you think, Paulie?
Well, they look and smell delicious. It's got a bit of spice to it.
Is it?
It's nice, but it's got a little bit of a kick. I don't know what falafel is, so if anybody could put something in the comments, that'd be great.
But I think we like falafel, Paulie.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
Nice.
And these ones are haddock with a tartar sauce.
That is like a fish pie Scotch egg.
Fish pie Scotch egg.
That is absolutely fabulous.
Is it? That is.
It's like a fish pie,
It's
isn't
like fish pie. Absolutely lovely. Right then, it's arrived. Look at that. It smells good, doesn't it, Pauline?
Well, it smells good,
And the plate's really
but there is
hot,
one
then.
fatal flaw.
We haven't got a knife and fork. Oh. Do you want to go to the bar and get some then, Paula? Yes. Yes, that is a problem.
Yeah, that's delicious.
Is it delicious?
Lovely,
Good.
yeah.
That's really good. There's been a bit something lost in translation because Dan's got his pie, but they put it with the mango chutney and the bobberdom and the rice. So we'll see if that combination works.
Yeah.
Oh, how bizarre! So they've realised the mistake and they've righted it. So now we've got mashed potatoes and veg. So we're back in the room. Well, that was a tasty lunch at the Golden Lion. There is, as you would expect on a maiden voyage, issues with service. There's lots of new staff, it seems. There's lots of obviously processes in place that they're not used to. There's mistakes of food coming out and stuff, but they did bring a wrong meal out for Dan, as you've seen, and they corrected it. So, but it's you can see the staff are getting quite fraught. I think we've heard as well about the main dining room, which we are going to go and eat over the next couple of days. So there are issues with service, which you do expect on a maiden, but it does seem that there's a lot of issues throughout where people don't know their roles and lots of mistakes are being happened. They're very apologetic. We're hoping as the days go on, they'll be able to fit into their roles and we'll come off here, come in and say, do you know what? Actually, there were issues to start, but it's improved. So it'll be interesting to see if that happens.
Join us in episode 3 where sadly food and service get significantly worse.